get started with my wrap-up for May, where I showcase all the lovely books I managed to read during the month of May. I read a total of 4 books, which is pretty much a standard amount, so I didn't do too badly. The first of these is The Emergence, The Missing Era by A.O. Killil. I was given a free copy of this book in exchange for an honest review, so here it is. The story starts off with sinkholes appearing all over the world without any explanation. From there, people go missing one by one until news breaks out that entire armies have gone missing. Of course, it's all speculation and hype, so the main characters, Jay and Joel, don't really take it too seriously until a sinkhole appears in their backyard. Everything falls apart soon after and they battle against these strange creatures. At the same time, they are desperately trying to reach the other family members safely. There is a lot of action and tense moments matched by very fast-paced writing, which worked really well as a combination. The plot itself is very solid and I love the premise that this book is based on. It has a lot of potential for greatness. The imagination is not lacking in any way, however more than that is required. I found the first few chapters to be somewhat confusing as you try to understand what is happening around these characters. This confusion does go away after a while though. Things do also get a lot more interesting and dangerous as the story evolves. There were a few surprises in the midst of all this. It sort of weighed out the fact that most of the book landed up not truly gripping me. The writing itself could use a lot more work. There are 1 or 2 instances where mistakes appear. I feel like more descriptive language would have also prevailed quite a bit, but overall it's good for a first novel. The fact that it was written in first tense did affect my ability to connect with the story. Third person usually just is my own preference. However, I did find it very hard to connect with Jay. There were a few character reactions throughout the book that seemed a bit odd, not quite right. Some of the characters did feel a little bit underdeveloped and a bit contradictory at times too. The ending was also a complete surprise and does bode well for the next book, although it would have been nice to receive at least some sort of closure with the cliffhanger. Upon reading the prologue in the beginning, I had higher hopes for this, but it is intended as a light read and serves well as one. If you are interested in sci-fi and crazy creatures taking over the world, then you may just enjoy this one. Overall, I'll give this one about 3 stars. The next 2 books I read were Scarlet and Crest by Marissa Meyer, book 2 and book 3 of the Lunar Chronicles series respectively. I love the series, it just keeps getting better with every single book. I have reviews filmed for both of these, so I won't go into too much detail. When the reviews are up, I will leave a link to them down below. What I will say is that character-wise, I really love Scarlet more. I found getting to know Scarlet and Morph and sussing them out to be very interesting. I loved how they interacted and I really enjoyed Scarlet as a character. Plot-wise, I enjoyed Crest more. Only because there's so much happening, like the plot is just going crazy, everything is derailing. It is at that point in the story where you know everything is going to end so badly before it gets any better. So much is at stake right now, it's ridiculous. I definitely recommend you pick up the series if you haven't yet. I believe I gave these 5 stars each. I then finished the month off with The Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss. I recently mentioned this in my top 5 books of the year video and with good reason. Everything from the story to the writing to the imagination to the pure detail of the story was just amazing. The basic concept of the story follows a young man named Quoth. He is a walking legend among the people of this world. In the beginning, we do see him as a sort of oldish man at the end of his road, but then a scribe comes along and convinces him to tell him his life story. This is where it gets interesting. The first 100 pages or so are a bit slow, but once he starts his tale, you are hooked. It has everything from magic, love, loss, and utter joy. You really get involved with him as a character and grow to love him. So character-wise, I would say this is kind of perfect. There really isn't much I could actually find at fault with this book. So if you love fantasy, definitely pick this one up. It is beautiful and so rich. Patrick Rothfuss is now officially one of my favorite authors. I also really can't wait to get my hands on the sequel. So this one I landed up giving a solid 5 stars, which it absolutely deserves. And that brings an end to this video. I hope you enjoyed. Leave a like and subscribe if you did, and comment down below. What are you guys currently reading? Until next time, bye!